Thank you for choosing our story. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to check out other stories on our channel. From princes and princesses to fairies and detective tales, each story is packed with beautiful lessons about friendship, family, and morals. Now, let's dive into today's exciting story, The Noble Prince. Written by Mukhtar Ahmad, this story is a treasure trove of valuable lessons. All rights reserved. The Noble Prince by Mukhtar Ahmad. Long ago, across the sea, there lay a small kingdom ruled by a wise king. The king had a 15 or 16-year-old daughter named Princess Amber. Princess Amber was extremely intelligent and beautiful. Because of this, many princes wished to marry her. Every day, proposals would arrive from princes of different lands. As the king's only child, Princess Amber was the apple of his eye. He wanted her to marry a man who was not only handsome but also kind hearted and brave. After much thought, he decided to send a message to the princes of all the kingdoms. The message stated that the king would conduct a test, and only the prince who passed the test would be allowed to marry Princess Amber. Upon receiving the message, many princes began preparing to travel to Princess Amber's kingdom. Each one was confident that he would succeed in the test. The princes set out from their respective kingdoms and gathered at the port, where a magnificent ship awaited them. This ship had been arranged by the king to transport the princes who wished to marry Princess Amber. Once the princes boarded the ship, the sails were unfurled, and the vessel swiftly set course for its destination. The princes roamed around the deck, chatting and laughing. They all appeared to be intelligent and handsome. Their laughter echoed across the deck, brimming with excitement. Among them was Prince Babar from the land of Kharasan. Unlike the others, he sat alone on the deck, gazing at the rising and falling waves of the sea, lost in thought. The other princes glanced at him and smirked. Their eyes reflected their contempt for Prince Babar. They considered him arrogant and ill tempered because, instead of mingling with them, he sat apart with a sullen expression. One prince muttered to another, "If Princess Amber marries that fool, I swear I'll change my name." Look at him, sulking like a lifeless statue. Prince Babar overheard the remark but merely smiled, unbothered. After a long journey of 3 days, the ship finally reached Princess Amber's kingdom. The princes disembarked, laughing and joking as they walked toward the royal palace. Prince Babar followed behind them, his head slightly bowed. As they walked a little further, they passed by a guava orchard where they noticed a very old man sitting. The old man called out to the princes, catching their attention. The princes approached him. In a frail, trembling voice, the old man said, "O young men, I am a very old and weak man. Would you be kind enough to help me with a small task?" One of the princes stepped forward and scoffed, "Old man, you're lucky you're not in my kingdom. If you had dared to ask something like this from me there, I would have shown you your place. You want princes to do your work? Do you think they are your servants?" The old man pleaded, "I am a poor man with small children. I earn my living by picking guavas from my orchard. But as you can see, I am too weak to climb the trees and pluck the fruit. Princes are humans too, and humans should help one another. Is there not a single one among you who would assist me?" "Shut your mouth," another prince snapped. "This old man is getting too bold." Saying this, he pushed the old man so hard that he fell to the ground. The other princes burst into laughter. But just then, Prince Babar stepped forward quickly and helped the old man to his feet. The laughter stopped. It was as if the other princes had been struck silent. Prince Babar said, "You should be ashamed of tormenting an old man. Do you have no respect for your elders?" A tall and arrogant prince stepped forward and said, "Keep your advice to yourself. What right does this old man have to make such an absurd request, asking us to pick guavas for him? This poor old man is not at fault," Prince Babar replied. "Judging by your appearance, he mistook you for noblemen who would show kindness. How was he to know that you were so arrogant and ill mannered?" As he spoke, he gently brushed the dust off the old man's clothes, which had gotten dirty when he was pushed to the ground. Hearing this, all the princes' faces turned red with rage. The tall prince turned to his companions and declared, "This foolish prince has humiliated us all by standing up for a poor old man. We will not let him go unpunished." The other princes supported him. One prince, who considered himself a master swordsman, drew his sword and said, "I will avenge our insult by cutting down this fool." Prince Babar quickly moved the old man aside and drew his own sword, ready to face his opponent. However, the young prince who had challenged him could not stand against Babar for long. Babar skillfully dodged and countered his attacks, displaying incredible swordsmanship. Within moments, Babar struck with such precision that the opponent's sword flew from his hand and lodged itself in a large guava hanging from a tree. The sword quivered in the guava, swaying gently in the breeze. The other princes watched in shock. Prince Babar stepped forward and placed his sword's tip against the defeated prince's chest. He could have ended his opponent's life if he wished. The defeated prince, filled with shame, lowered his head and stepped aside. Seeing their companion lose, the other princes grew even more furious. Another prince stepped forward with his sword, but within moments, he too was defeated. One after another, all the princes faced Prince Babar, and one by one, they all fell. Exhausted, they collapsed onto the grass of the orchard, panting heavily. Prince Babar had proven to be swift and strong, outmatching them all. They now resented him deeply but could do nothing to harm him. After dealing with them, Prince Babar climbed a guava tree and began picking fruit for the old man. Once the old man's basket was full, Babar climbed down. Suddenly, he froze in surprise. A small hut stood within the orchard, and its door swung open. From inside, the king, the queen, and Princess Amber stepped out. The other princes, startled, quickly stood up. The king placed a hand on Babar's shoulder and said, "Prince, I am very pleased with you. By now, you must have realized that this was all a test. I was searching for a kind hearted and courageous man to marry my daughter. Thank God you have met my expectations. You are unlike the others, you possess neither arrogance nor cruelty." We all watched the entire event from this hut. The bravery and compassion you have shown in dealing with these worthless princes have greatly impressed us. The other princes lowered their heads in shame. The king then took Prince Babar to the royal palace. Embarrassed by their behavior, the other princes returned to their respective kingdoms. A few days later, Prince Babar and Princess Amber were married in a grand and splendid ceremony. Thus, with his kindness and valor, Prince Babar won not just the test, but the heart of the most beautiful princess in the land.